we are here with Jason Scott, head coach for the GB Lions. So just wanted to ask a couple of questions on the training methods that you go through.
Training methods, that sounds very serious. Yeah,
how you do your player selections and just like...
Training methods, it sounds like it's kind of sinister. We just play football.
Yeah. But how do you strike a balance between physical conditioning, tactical training and skill development during training sessions?
Yeah, in terms of physical development, that's not really our responsibility. Yeah, the players play at a high level throughout the week, and I know they're all very diligent with things like their diet and how they lift. And we've got a wonderful medical team that looks after that physical development. What we're really looking to do is really take their technical knowledge to the next level, and also install our plays now, our game plan at the same time. So that balance really kind of is a symbiotic relationship where we ask them to do complex things a lot of the times, maybe things they won't be doing at club level. I think we've got quite a deep playbook, offense, defense and special teams, and through that we see where they are either deficient or they may not have run that scheme, and that's where we can up level them. We've had a really huge squad. I think we started with 108 throughout the process, whittled it down to the 75, and now we're at the 45. We're those guys who we are most competent with their technical ability, getting them to run what we want, how we want to win it. And really it is that pyramid system where we start wide and narrow down and narrow down and narrow down, and everyone's willing, everyone really wants to be part of this program, but we get to the guys who we have who can play that level. You know, it's an international fixture. You're not playing in the UK, you're not playing domestic football, you're not playing in Europe. This is the best of the best. I think this is the best domestic game outside the NFL International Series. The best athletes, the most excitement, the best skills, the most expansive playbooks. So we get the guys who are best able to execute that plan.
Okay. How do you adapt the training routine based on the various levels of experience within this national squad?
What's really good is that we have got guys who've been playing for 10, 12 years. We've also got guys who've only just stepped up into senior football. So we do have a wide range of abilities. What is great is the enthusiasm that everyone brings. So if I use the example of Jensen Bosworth, who's been playing the game literally less than 12 months, he was a rookie last year, has got into the game, but has filled his role. He's really taken the opportunity with both hands and has really proven to it. He understands what we ask him to do and he executes that plan to win. Whereas you've got someone like Alex Phillips, who's a veteran of the game. He's got more savvy, he understands how to maybe be a bit smarter with how he uses himself. He's got those veteran skills. So really, when you get to the national level, the experience level, the whole mythical 10,000 hours of experience isn't as relevant because we ask them to do such specific jobs. You know, we're not asking them to be Swiss Army knives and do a little bit of everything. We've got specific jobs for specific players.
Now, I just wanted to ask a couple questions on how you do your player selections. What criteria do you find that's more crucial in selecting players?
It's a combination of everything. I don't think there's one specific thing. We're going to have a really good sit down and conversation now about some guys who are on the bubble, some guys who may make it, some guys who may not make it. All the players in the squad are great players, great people. And the first thing we look for is, are they good people? Are they willing to do the things that require zero talent? You know, we ask them to be coachable, we ask them to be organised, we ask them to be on time. All the things that you don't need to be a 10-year football veteran to be able to do. To be courteous, to be polite. So that's the first thing we look at is, are they good people? Are they willing to buy into what we're putting down? Are they so vital in any team? Is, have you got a cohesive unit? Is everyone willing to work together for a shared goal, no matter how small their cog in the machine is? So we've got guys who are going to have big roles, and some guys who are going to have small roles, but everything is really, really important. So that's the first thing, are they a team player? The second thing we really look at is, are they able to execute what we ask them to do? You know, we could have guys who are fast and quick, who can catch, who can block, who can do all those things, but if they can't execute it in the way we want, that's what we really need, and that's what it comes down to. The team we select for France isn't going to be the team that we select against Denmark or against Serbia. We are attacking them in a certain way. And again, So that speaks to that very specific skill set that we're looking for. So again, the guys that get selected now may not get selected in Denmark or Serbia. The guys who aren't suitable for now, maybe. So that all kind of puts into plan. It all comes down to, like I said it before, fulfilling our mission. What is our mission? Our mission is to beat France. How do we fulfill that mission? By selecting the right guys who can do that.
Okay. Are there any specific positions or roles that you find that are challenging to make the right picks?
No. Everyone has something to give. I think for me, special teams is a real thing. Is that because we're getting around the league, maybe special teams isn't as focused on. So we have guys who are starters for their clubs, but are specialists for us. So trying to get them into that special teams mindset is sometimes challenging. But everyone's really good at what we do. I think, finding pass rushes is a challenge, and finding linemen who can pass protect to the level that we want. I think we've got some great skilled players, but we can't get the skilled players the ball unless we've got those linemen who can protect. I think we have, certainly in Italy, we had, in my opinion, one of the best offensive lines we've seen in a national programme. And again, I think against France, we're going to have a very similar kind of offensive line who will be very good.
Okay, and how much importance do you place on a player's versatility?
Versatility and special teams is important. Versatility is good, but we need players to do specific things. And I think those specific skills in certain situations, whether it be red zone defence, whether it be third and long on offence, whether it be a PAT field goal or punt, that's where it's very kind of niche and nuanced. I'd rather have a team, 11 guys who are very good at their job, rather than 11 guys who are good at a lot of things. Again, jack of all trades, master of none, but a master of some is better than a master of none.
Yeah.
So we want to make sure that our guys are good at what they do.
Okay, now you just had a tour day, so like training camp and player assessments. What factor do you take in when evaluating the player's readiness for the suitability of the national team?
We are deep into the season now, deep into the football season. We've got guys who are unable to play through injury. We've lost maybe 3 starting caliber players over the last 2 weeks through injury, and the best ability is availability. So you don't get to set your circumstances. You just get to deal with the circumstances you've been dealt, and how you deal with those circumstances often dictates how successful you're going to be. Whoever the 45 is, I'm comfortable with. It's not necessarily next man up situation, because all our squad, from the 108 to 75 to 45, are capable of doing those roles. Would we like our best players available? Absolutely. But it's opportunity for someone else to step up and prove that they are the best person for the role. So, like I say, if they're available and they're ready to go, we're happy with that.
And sort of the final question, what are the specific characteristics or qualities that you look for in a team leader and captaincy candidates?
First of all, we need to make sure they're respected by their peers. We have a captain vote every year, and the 5 captains we selected this year will captain the team throughout the next 12 months. They need to be respected. They need to not necessarily be vocal, because not everyone is a rah-rah guy, but they need to be able to understand the room. They need to have an emotional intelligence. They don't need to be a starter, but they need to be, I think, when they talk, people need to listen. I think the guys we've got are those guys. They are respected athletes, but more importantly, respected people. Highly responsible. They're always the guys who are first to get registered, and there's no accident that's kind of taking place. The guys who we like in terms of responsibility are the guys who are elected. You don't need to be vocal, you don't need to be rah-rah, you don't need to shout and scream on the sideline. You just need to understand that a captain is someone who's, when they talk, people listen, and that's really important to me.
Okay, and sort of the final question as well. How are you excited for this game? Do you expect a big crowd, and how do you think the game's going to go?
I would love a big crowd, and that's why you need to come to the game. I'd love a big crowd. I think British American football is a real ascendancy at the moment. I think we are seeing the fruits of the seeds that are planted a few years ago. I think with the academies and the growth in youth and junior football, like I said, the average age of our team I think is 25 years and 7 months. We've got a phenomenally young team. Our quarterbacks, I think he's 20 now, maybe 19. We've got 3 or 4 guys who are, I think think we've got 6 guys who are under 21 in prospectively in the 45. I would like people to come to the game so they can say, I was there when. I was there when the GB team started to grow again and started to demand the respect of the rest of Europe. At the moment, we're seen as a poor relation. We don't have an ELF team. We don't have a professional league. Yada, yada, yada. I think we've got some of the best athletes in Europe. You know, there's no mistake that the leading rusher in the GFL is a British guy. Right? Maybe the best running back in the ELF is a British guy. We've got 2 or 3 captains in ELF who are British guys. We've got talent to burn, and it's all going to be on show. And yeah, some of the guys who weren't available for the game, the GLF guys, and some of the ELF guys who weren't available. But the guys who are just behind them are just as good, and they're stepping up with their hand in their air, going, I'm ready. So I want people to come along and understand that they're going to be witnessing something really, really special. They're going to see a great game between 2 great teams, and the GB team busting everything to get the win. Because they believe in British American football, they're proud of wearing a lion on their helmets, and it's going to be a show. It's going to be really, really exciting.
Amazing. Thank you.